The fight never stops. I think that's where a lot of us go wrong, and we get everything misconstrued because we're always looking for that time where the fight stops, and it doesn't. For as long as you are in this world, there will be a fight. Now, the type of fight and what you're fighting over will change. Sometimes you're fighting and it's a mental fight, and it's always the mental fights are always about you and who you are and how you show up in the world. The physical fights sometimes are people challenge you in a physical way. The social fights, racism, the way people view you versus how you really are. The financial fights, whether it be qualifying for jobs, getting the jobs after you're qualified, being treated right. The bottom line is what we need to understand is that the fight never stops. One of the things and one of the t-shirts that I had made, it says the fight for civil rights still exists. And when we got the bill passed, we got comfortable. Even when there was Roe versus Wade, we got comfortable. And we thought we finally won that fight. Let's put that to bed. But one thing about evil and people that like to control, they never stop until they create chaos or they exhibit full control. And anybody that wants full control is evil anyway. Who wants to be responsible for everything that happens to somebody? Think about that. That's what control is. That's why I say all the time, and I thank God for Dr. Anita Phillips for challenging us, helping us to understand that the Bible never said God is in control, but that God has authority, and He gave us authority, and you have authority over you and what you do. You have authority. You don't want control. If God did not feel the need to control us and gave us free will, and He created us, everybody, even evil exists at the privilege and because God exists. And we know that in the beginning was the Word, and we know even the angels and how Lucifer snatched and he was evil. So there is nothing, and there was nothing that exists that does not come from God, and even He doesn't control. So you have to try to figure out the mind of somebody who wants to control everything that happens. That can never be good. That means that you're always serving that person's purpose. And anytime you don't serve their purpose, then you're gone. Sounds like number 47. Even the guy that testified in Congress against him, he said literally their job was to show up for Trump and to control, to make sure that whatever he did worked in his favor. Whether it be crushing a business or pushing a business out or stopping them from making their money or sending a small business to court because he didn't want to pay them for services, whatever Mr. Evil thought of, they had to make sure that they protected his mindset. As they watched him cheat people out of their money, they didn't know if they were going to get paid. So when it comes to control, you never want to support anybody who's trying to control. Controlling a woman's body? Really? Why? You don't even want to put programs that will protect the babies that you want born. And then to not even allow for rape? That is taking away a woman's consent to be intimate and to have kids. Control. What I want you to understand is that the fight never stops. We had a very good night Tuesday. Democrats had a very good night. And now we got to keep the momentum going, and we got to be strategic. We don't have time to celebrate. We don't have time to talk trash. It's time to put your head down, get on those phones, figure out who's running, who's not, and then watch. Because there are already politicians trying to flip the script now. They've been running and riding the Trump train, and now they're trying to go back and they're trying to eat their words. But no, we cannot let them play us like that because they do not mean it. We need to make them be sorry for what they've done. They need to go sit home. They need to wonder where their next check is coming. And they need to know that we, the people, we send you there to represent us and not just the 1%. It's been your girl, Candy with Kim. It's been your girl, the Queen Bee of Doing Business Better, because it is all connected. And just know, the fight never stops.